Good morning. This is Michelle Thompson with Resistant Vision Coaching and Consulting. And I had just a really lovely conversation with someone just now. Um, and I'm not going to, I don't have to go into the particular details of what we were talking about. But I think as lawyers, we're trained really, really well to work within the rules that the political system sets up for us, right? Here's the law. Okay, then we look at the law and we're like, okay, how do we navigate that? In our practice so that we can get the outcomes we want for clients. Except that the political system is setting up, and I think we know this. I think we really do know this. I don't think I'm saying anything new, but the political system has actually set up the laws so that they are designed frankly to close in on everybody who practices, right? And it doesn't matter what form of law that you're doing, right? But it just kind of closes in and sucks the air out of when we practice. And this is part of what sets us up for burnout, right? So when I started practicing law in Washington D.C. at Whitman Walker Clinic, I was doing poverty law. And I tell you, not 1 year after I started practicing, Newt Gingrich showed up with his contract on America, as Julian Malveaux so rightly named it. And I remember looking at my colleagues going, I know we are a 501(c), but yo, this stuff puts our clients at the spear's edge with poison on it. And like, this is not going to have good outcomes for the people that we represent, right? And so we could lawyer brilliantly, but we're end up lawyering with our limbs being chopped off. It's like we had two arms behind our back and our hands cut off. And this is the kind of thing that leads us to working 70 to 90 hours a week. And because we're trying to find solutions with the rules that we're given. What I'm trying to say this morning is that I don't think it matters what kind of law you practice, right? If you are representing the most elite of clients, every single time the rules change, right? That even if you're representing the most elite of clients, it creates more work to try to continue to tip the fields in their direction, right? And for those of us who don't work for them, we're still scrambling to do that. This is part of what creates the burnout. This is part of what makes our lives so difficult and our work so hard. All of that to say, 3 minutes later, um, that we have to take seriously the political system in which we operate. And I'm actually going to pull academics in this for a moment, right? Like, we think, all the writing tips and productivity tips, all the things in the world doesn't actually change the system that we're working in, right? And as long as the political system is handing out rules that constrain our ability to do our jobs, that constrain our ability to really treat everybody we come into with the utmost respect and love and courage, it's going to make our lives hard. It's going to rob us of the fundamental parts of being human, of being able to take care of ourselves, about being able to nourish ourselves so that we can do that same work for the people with whom we work. That's my screed for this morning. I'm going to step off my soapbox. But I think I just want, especially as in the United States, we're going into midterm elections, we all got to think seriously about who we're going to step out and vote for, right? I know many of you who are lawyers were just like, well, fuck it. After we saw the Roe v. Wade decision being overturned, I don't even remember. I don't even know the name of the decision that overturned it. I'm not sure I'm going to give it that much credence. We just say like, well, all that work, all the work of going to law school, learning the laws, we just shred it and move on. The time has come now for us. This is now when the work starts, right? This is when we know something about systems and we get to apply that. But the systems we can't just be on the hamster wheel within the system. We actually now need to take a 30,000 foot view of what's going on and look at the ways in which we set the system up, because that is what's coming for us. And let me tell you something. We can't do this fight when we're worn out and tired and freaked out and fried and wired and tired. We can't do it. That's why I'm so committed to making sure that we actually get to self regulate, that we actually get to do the things that keep us in fighting shape, because the battle's going to be hard, and but it can be won. The war can be won. I don't know why I'm doing all this warfare imagery, but you get the point. Um, but we have to make sure that the system is fundamentally changed. Okay, with that, have a good day. I'm out.